Hello and welcome to the Cryptocurrency News channel. We got really good news. Now, the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index is actually at neutral. It's actually past 50 at 51. You see, last week was fear, last month was fear. That means people's sentiments about Bitcoin and the economy is overall changing. And I do think that's spurred on by the CPI and the Fed. I have not seen this neutral for the past year. It's always been fear or extreme fear for like a year now. So it does seem like people's opinion is actually changing about the economy in general, and that's reflecting on Bitcoin. So Gary Gensler's evil plan of keeping Bitcoin down in price may not work that much longer. But the thing is, like, why is this happening? It's mainly because of the Fed and the CPI. We've gone down from 9.1 to 6.5, and we might actually go below 6 next month, assuming that the avian flu plague on chickens goes down and eggs start becoming more reasonable in price. Because that's really one of the few things actually keeping the CPI really high is the price of eggs and the price of chicken because of this like chicken plague that's actually going on. But right now, I mean, this is like, I think like people are getting into a new mindset that we've kind of reached the bottom in terms of the economy. I know that several economists are predicting a recession, but a mild one, because like a lot of the big banks that were actually predicting like a really a massive recession a couple months ago. Now they're seeing it as much more mild and will actually get more of a soft landing. So that's given people a little bit more confidence. Now, this could all go out the window if they don't raise the debt ceiling and the USA defaults, but I think there's enough sensible people in Congress that where they see like using the debt ceiling as a bargaining chip is a really bad idea. And you don't really want to lose trust of the general public or the international community in the United States. And plus, they have until really about September to raise the debt ceiling. So for the next 8 months, I'm not really all that worried. And hopefully, we can get that summer bull run that I've been really trying to get. Really trying to get going because I want to see Bitcoin raised to 35 to 40K in the summer. And I'm sure it'll drop back to about maybe 25, 30 afterwards. But we would like to see that pump just like we did in 2019. And I think like the fear and greed index is basically right on track to actually get us there in the summer. Because I do think like, earnings reports are going to come in and Bitcoin's slightly under, well, around 21,000 right now. Earning reports are going to come in. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is slightly negative 13. It does not really seem like the earnings reports are going to be that bad. So there could be some renewed momentum. And if the earnings reports are actually bad, that actually might play in well with the end of the month reports, because the end of the month, the Fed's going to determine how much to raise the interest rates. And if the earnings reports are bad, they'll see that the economy is slowing down, and they might decide they have to back off in terms of the interest rates and do only a 25 basis point raise or a 0% basis point raise. If the earnings are really bad, we will actually dip tomorrow, obviously, but that'll actually say the economy is actually starting to go into a little bit of a tailspin, which means the Fed may not raise interest rates at all. So it works in opposite ways. Like bad numbers equals less interest rates. Good numbers might actually equal more interest rates. So kind of like pick your poison. I'm not really sure which one's actually better, but I'm hoping like decent earnings, and that will actually translate in the Fed thinking, okay, the economy's not booming like it was, so we better back off a little bit on interest rates to give people a little bit of breathing room. And I think that's probably the best way to go. So yeah, I am very optimistic about 2023 now. The fear greed index is actually going to neutral. It actually might be going into greed. And then in the summer, if it gets to like extreme greed, that's probably when you want to pull back and sell a little bit. Because extreme greed generally will result in kind of like a bear market for a couple months afterwards. And then 2024, the halving comes. Then after that, we'll get the real bull market. But I'm actually kind of optimistic about summer 2023, early fall 2023, and I think we could actually peak at 35 to 40,000. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe. Hit that bell notifications button. Thank you, and have a good day.